Hey everybody, it's Monday and I am in a kick-ass and take names kind of mood. So what we're going to talk about today is being genuine and authentic because my goodness gracious, there's so many people out there who are just not. And that's kind of dumb because eventually people are going to figure out who you really are. Take me for example. I'm kind of a bitch, and I'm kind of okay with that because...
She likes having her face in front, too, if you've noticed. It's kind of what she does.
You like having your face in the background, and every time I try to Snapchat you, you always say you don't want to have a face.
No, because it's a thing.
Yes, I know, it's a thing. You know what else is a thing? Being yourself online.
I understand that, but I'm not on Snapchat, so I don't need to have my face, because I'm actually not on Snapchat. So it's a thing for me to be the faceless guy who's kind of an asshole. That's my thing.
Yeah, and then when you're in this camera, you're the guy who is an asshole with a face.
With half a face. Look, see? Half a face.
There, you want a whole face?
No, because you always have to be in front.
So what I'm kind of getting at with the point of our video today is being genuine and authentic is vital to building your brand. Because you are, in essence, your brand. So you have to be exactly who you are. You know, if you're going to try to fake it and be nice when you're really not nice, people are eventually going to figure that out. And that's really going to hurt you. If you're, just the type of person who is not, being honest, or crazy, because I am, and I own that all day long. And, I get that, hey, sometimes I can be abrasive and bold and put stuff out there, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And if other people aren't, I'm perfectly okay with that too. Because at the end of the day, I can tell you one thing in truth, that I'm being authentic and genuine, and I won't lie to you. You might not like the way I phrase things. You might not like the fact that I'll tell you the truth, but I'm never going to lie to you.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because sometimes I have to jump in and do the parting shots to some of our clients, because if we let Miss burn every bridge that we've ever had over here do it, it'd be pretty bad. So I got to kind of be the voice of reason sometimes and say, okay, look, we're not going to work with these people anymore. Here's why. Just put it out there, simple, as far as instead of the in her face that she likes to do. And it's just who she is. I'm not really like that. I mean, I will tell you off if I need to, but I'm more laid back, and I'll give you the reasons why we're, either not going to work with you or, for whatever reasons it has happened.
As opposed to my scorched earth approach.
It's basically scorched earth.
But again, I'm okay with that because that's who I am. And, I've spent almost 40 years on this planet being way too nice and getting stepped on. So yeah, I've gotten to a point in my life and in my career where if I've had it, I'm going to tell you that I've had it. Yeah. And, I like to destroy people with numbers. That's always fun for me.
I also don't, always agree with her posts. I mean, I'm kind of I think she goes over the top sometimes, but it's just what she is. A lot of people get offended. She sent something out, recently. It says, hey, if your marketing sucks or something, whatever, and somebody got offended, blah, 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 blah. You shouldn't use that as your lead in and blah, blah, blah. It's just... But it's kind of the truth. I mean, somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk, who's very in your face and cusses and, does all this kinds of stuff, and it works for him. And I'm not saying, she's trying to model that, but it's just what she does and what she is. And, we could be staid and just kind of not do anything, which we actually did for a while, because we had some coaching, that said, hey, you guys need to corporate it up. And it just really didn't work for us. I think it kind of fell flat for us because it's just kind of not who we are as far as, going that route.
Well, it doesn't give you really an opportunity to provide unique, engaging content because you're just putting out the same vanilla content that everybody else is. Whereas, my approach before that point, and one of the reasons that, I was hired to train social media around all the country was because I was very in your face. And I am a very in your face type of person. That's just who I am. It's who I am at my core. What I always find funny though, is in this day and age, you've got so many people who are you've got Gary Vaynerchuk or Grant Cardone or, guys who can get away with cursing. Me, as a woman, if I say fuck, people are like, oh my God, she said fuck. And I'm like, well, that's just who I am. So, if you don't like that, if that offends you, I don't give a fuck.
Kind of what she does it all the time, every day.
Yeah. And, it is what it is. And I mean... Again, I understand that not everybody's going to like me, but I'm not in the business of trying to get everybody to like me. I really don't care if you like me or not, because at the end of the day, I'm better at what I do than other people. And, you know, if you want sunshine and roses and, you know, rainbows blown up your ass, awesome. Go work with somebody who's going to do that and it's not going to get you the numbers. You know, if you want somebody who actually knows what they're doing and is going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not, then that's when we work together.
Yeah, it's interesting. We get lots of clients that, you know, I want this, I want that. And like, no, you don't need this or you need that. Or no, it's not going to work for you. We fought with a client building a web design place and fought. She wanted her thing to look like an old MySpace page.
Oh, it was bad.
And we're like, no, we're not going to put that out as a product that we built. And we had to fight with her. Finally, we kind of gave her not what she wanted, but kind of like not what we wanted, not what she wanted, but something in the middle. And it's funny, her corporate boss said, "This is awful."
Yeah.
And that's what we told her. And
I told her the truth and she would get mad at me. And then her boss, her corporate boss said, "No, this is terrible. What in the hell are you thinking?" And I mean, if I'm going to tell you something because I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth because it's to your benefit, you know. And I've worked with people who have gone the route of, you know, working with people who will blow smoke up your ass and all that. And I'm going to tell you something. A lot of times they get ripped off because these people are telling them, "Oh, you know, you're an attorney. You need to be on Instagram." Attorneys really don't need to be on Instagram. You know, they need to be on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Not every social media platform is appropriate or even viable for every business out there. It's just not. You know, there's certain businesses that are going to perform better on certain social media platforms. And I will always tell you that. I will always tell you the truth when it comes to that. Because I don't feel like I'm not in the business of wasting anybody's money, because that shows a lack of integrity. And I'm going to tell you the best, you know, fastest, most affordable way to do things. I always will. And he knows that. I mean,
she will.
I'll bend over backwards.
And I yell at her all the time because she gives away too much for free and gives all the stuff. And I get upset because, "Oh, we'll do it for this price." I'm like, "Oh," you know, and because she wants to give everybody the added value and the added thing, which I understand. But, you know, as a company, it's hard to sustain when you're always giving everybody above and beyond, which is what you should. I mean, not saying that you shouldn't give everybody above and beyond. Give them everything that you got, but free stuff that, you know, we should be, you know, charging $500 or $600 for. We don't charge anything for. You know, we can't do that all the time.
Well, and I mean, I'm notorious for giving people literally the shirt off my back. I mean, I will, and I have no problem doing that. Because that, again, is part of who I am as a human being. And that is, again, part of being authentic and genuine online, is being who you are. And, you know, I'm the type of person where if I'm going to type it, I will also sit across from you in a coffee shop and tell you the exact same thing. Because I'm not going to mince those words, because there's no time for that. In a landscape today where everything is ever changing and constantly moving, I mean, it's just... algorithms change daily. Rules change daily. Oh, sorry, dear.
I mean, you could do that. It would make it much easier.
Okay, we'll do that then.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You know, where rules are constantly changing.
Face right in front of them.
Well, thank you, dear. Well, where rules... See, you screwed me all up.
See, yeah, get my face... Yeah, because you want to be in front. Good. We're good.
I should be in front. Yeah. So anyway... what I'm getting at is, in a landscape where things are consistently changing, like literally on a daily basis, it's so important to have somebody in your corner who's going to tell you the truth and who's going to be on top of that. Because if you've got somebody who's giving you misinformation, it's going to hurt your business. It's going to hurt who you are as a company, as pretty much anything else, which, I mean, again, it is what it is. But I told you I'm in a kick ass and take names kind of mood today. And that's really where I am. I've got a lot of things I need to get done. I've got a lot of things I need to launch. You know, and the reality of it is, I see so many people who just, they're so indoctrinated into this mentality of, oh, I gotta get my warm fuzzy. And no, you don't. There's business is not about warm fuzzies. It's about getting shit done and getting shit done effectively and getting it done right. And, you know, just giving somebody money to blow smoke up your ass is not going to help your business. I hate to break it to you, but it's the truth.
It's a return on investment. You know, that's the thing. And that's what we're here to try to do for anybody who works with us, is try to get them that return on investment. You know, and, you know, that's why we do some extra things with, you know, websites we build, things we build, you know, and things of that nature. Because, you know, if we're going to put a product out, we want it to look good. We want it to be something to say, hey, we built that. Not, hey, there it is, go run with it. You know, unfortunately, some clients have been so difficult. We've kind of just said, okay, we throw up our hands and said, fine, here's what you get, because they're so difficult. And it's just, okay, we're going to break ties. We did what we said we're going to do. That's it.
I mean, that being said, we've had some great clients too that I absolutely adore, and have some great clients who I absolutely adore. And I constantly go above and beyond for them, because I believe that, having that level of service is part of having integrity in business. I really do. And people, when they work with me, they love working with me, because I'm just like, hey, here's the truth. Here's what you need. Here's what you don't need. And, they respect that. So, I mean, it's funny to me how many people will try to fake it online and fake who they are. And then all of a sudden it comes out that, oh, this person is actually really dishonest, or, doesn't have integrity, or is not educated. But they fake it really well, and people buy into it because they don't do any type of, independent research or getting to know somebody. And I mean, I personally love doing that type of research, because I'll be able to tell you straight up, if it's not working for Avo, if you're an attorney, it's not going to work for you.
Well, it's interesting. I had one guy was helping him, and oh my God, it was like 30 minutes, and I still didn't know what the hell he wanted. Because he was selling himself. He was going on and on and on. I'm like, dude, I could tell it's not going to work, because didn't tell us what he wanted. He just went on and on and on about all his this and all his that, and he done this and he done that, and it's just like, dude, what do you want? And then it just kept on more to the and I said, okay, well, and then just cut ties, because it just wasn't working. It wasn't going to work out. You can tell that's kind of clients I didn't want to work with. We didn't want to work with, because we're to the point. What do we need done? Give me what you need. Can we help you? Can we not help you? I don't need a sales pitch on yourself about all this stuff. I just need to know what you need and what you want. And, we're kind of cut and dried like that. We don't like to go into all this other, hey, ooh, yay me kind of stuff, because it's just a waste of our time.
No, it is.
Our time's money.
And I don't do like braggy stuff. I straight up throw numbers out. I'm like, here's the numbers.
You can't add to save our life.
I can with a calculator, though. Yeah. I can add like a motherfucker with a calculator.
It's true. It's true.
But without a calculator, I'm not so good at math. But
yeah,
I mean, I do a lot of research, and I will, if somebody,
she does do a lot of research.
If somebody is putting out misinformation, I'm going to say that, because it's not okay to do that.
But again, so you talked about personality, who she is. It's funny because she can be very authoritative. She's very authoritative. And when we talked about this, we used to have our old pages. It was kind of her little rants and her little thing, and she had her little minions and stuff. But nobody picked up on the fact that she was like the Google queen and be authoritative about something all the time. And I called her out, and it just drove her nuts, because I knew she got it word from Google. And I said, you don't know anything about that.
And I had copied and pasted it, because he
was crap about
he
that.
He was being a dick, and I wanted to shut him down, because he's being a dick. So, I mean, and he knew what I was doing. I mean, hell, we had a "you're so old and you're so fat" fight on Facebook, and we both had freaking things open.
But it's just funny that, how, you can sound authoritative, and people are like, oh, really? And you're like this expert all of a sudden, where you might have just Googled it or just done something, or said something in an authoritative manner. And, we try not to do that. I mean, we try to do, whatever we say on, actual facts.
Yeah, and if I do say something authoritatively, you better be damn Skippy, I have some data to back that up. Because again, I spend probably 80% of my day doing nothing but research and doing nothing but looking at numbers. And he knows that to be factual. I mean, I constantly looking at, what's working, what's not working, who's doing what, who's using what, how are they putting things together so that they're successful. Because, when I'm modeling different businesses or different brands off of that, I want to give you some examples of either things that our company has done. And by the way, we are leveraging, different areas of our company and partnerships right now quite a bit in, web design, social media management, things of that nature, just kind of being the architects of that, as opposed to actually doing it ourselves. And, part of the reason for that is because it gives me more of an opportunity as, a CEO to use my time wisely and say, okay, if I'm going to do something, I want to be the architect of an overall vision, not get, caught up in just the day-to-day laborious processes.
And I just want to say, there's nothing wrong with deconstructing what other people have done and what's successful. In fact, I would tell people that's what you need to do, because if people are being successful at something, go find out what they're doing. What are they doing to get all this traffic? What are they doing to get all these sales? What are they doing? How are they marketing? What tools are they using? That's it's really important.
Well, and it's absolutely vital to reverse engineer successful, sites or successful people, because when you're reverse engineering them, you can say, okay, here's how I am seeing somebody work at something and be really successful at it and have the numbers to back it up. And then I'm going to then take my own unique flavor and put, my unique flavor in that niche that I'm working on. So, I mean, it's all about niche marketing. It's all about knowing that. It's all about, taking your unique voice and putting it to whatever business or service you're offering. And without your unique voice, what you're going to find, unfortunately, is a lot of your stuff falling flat, because in, today's age where video and images are absolutely king, they have to be eye-catching. They have to be, sometimes depending on your business, they have to be in your face. Other times, they can be a little bit more, nice, rainbow farts type of stuff, but
anyway, it's true. And there's something that I was looking at today. That's actually coming down the thing. So it's called mixed reality, people. That's going to be pretty big, I think. That's where it's going to also virtual reality kind of stuff in ads. There's actually platforms out there that do it now, and things change. And I think if you can do some almost virtual reality kind of stuff in your videos and your stuff, that's going to be huge. So, you got to research this stuff and look at all the stuff that's coming and, everything that's new and that's out there. But at the same time, present it in your own voice and your own way. Well, you don't steal people's stuff. I mean, you go and just say, okay, look, wow, he did it like this. I mean, you use the same roadmap, but you're not going to steal his copy.
No, God, that's not cool. That's very disingenuous.
But you got to do it with your own spin, with the way you do it.
Right.
And I mean, and there are groups that you can get that you actually basically do cut and paste, but you're in a group, you're in a thing, you're all working together to get a common goal, mastermind groups and things of that nature, which are fine, but you don't go to, somebody's there saying, oh, I'm stealing exactly what he's doing because he just made $1 million. You go and look at it, tweak it, make it your own, and do something that's genuine to you, that's in your voice. Because what happens is when you send emails out, things out, and it's obviously not from you, because it's in some corporate or different kind of voice, people will pick up on that, believe it or not.
And people are suckers for stories. They love to hear a story. They love to see, kind of behind the scenes stuff. They love to hear about what you're doing or, how you're making somebody's lives better in the behind the scene way. So when I'm talking about, being yourself and being authentic and being genuine, it all kind of ties into your content creation. And, with any niche or anything else, it's always important to get there first, because he who gets there first wins. So, you kind of have to stay on top of a lot of things in your business, in your arena, about new things coming down the line.
Unless you're Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg can do what he wants. It sucks.
Well, he wasn't actually there first, but he kind of took over it.
Yeah, but I mean, again, he got there first when it came to launching.
Well, yeah, but
So, I mean, you can't really say that doesn't matter, because he launched before the Army Hammer guys. I can't even remember their names. The Van Winklevoss or whatever twins.
Yeah.
But he got there first. He launched, and getting there first does matter. Staying on top of technology that's emerging in your business does matter, and being able to kind of embrace that and share that with your audience is huge, because if you're embracing new technologies and new things coming down the line, and you're able to share that with your audience before your competitor does, how does that make you look? It makes you look like you know what's up. And you should know what's up. And
apparently our dogs know what's up.
Yeah, dogs know what's up. Because, they're dogs.
Bonnie.
But again, that's authentic and genuine to who we are.
We live in a zoo.
Yeah. We have 4 dogs and two cats
and get a
teenager.
Soon.
We're not getting a ferret.
We're going to get a ferret.
We're not getting
a ferret.
It's going to happen. No, we're not.
It's going to happen.
No, we're not.
We're getting a ferret.
He thinks we're getting a ferret.
Oh, we're getting one.
We're not getting a ferret. We're not getting a snake. We're not getting a teacup.
You said we weren't going to get a ukulele, and we got one.
We're not discussing the ukulele.
But you're going to get a ferret.
We're not, because it's just going to piss me off. And then I'm going to have to rant about ukuleles. So,
and ferrets, soon.
In closing, when it comes to building your brand, what's important, dear?
Don't have your dogs barking while you're trying to talk about stuff all the time. And always try to be in front, apparently, because I guess that's important to her.
It is important.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, no, what is important when you're building a brand is taking the time and opportunity to showcase who you are and why you're that way and tell that story. I mean, by all intents and purposes, I shouldn't be successful. I was a teenage mother. I shouldn't, by statistics, be successful. I was victim of domestic abuse. By statistics, shouldn't be successful. Shouldn't even have him. By all accounts, I mean, he shouldn't be successful just because he's an asshole. So, I mean, you know, when we're talking about things like this, tell your story. Tell why, you know, you got into the business you did. Talk about your passion for that business. Talk about, you know, things that you've done to make your life better with that business, or how you've made other people's lives better with that business. But for crying out loud, use numbers when you do that. Showcase the proof. You can't just make some authoritative statement without having something to back it up. Please. Good grief. Just showcase it. Showcase numbers. Oh, shut your face. Nobody likes you anyway. But again, be yourself. And
I'm being myself right now.
he is being himself because he's an old man who falls asleep a lot. So anyway, have a wonderful Monday. I'm going to go kick some ass and take some names. And after that, well, you know, I'm going to kick more ass and take more names because it's kind of what I do. And if you actually are interested in ever becoming a rock star, let me know.